news to drama, truth in every voice. If you want real talk, this is your choice. Girl, it's straight to the point, we not beat round the bush. Straight to the point, yeah, we cut through the bush. From news to drama, truth in every voice. If you want real talk, this is your choice. Current affairs, politics in the air. Social issues, we deal with it fair. No fluff, no filter, we call it how it is. Real TV vibes, what this how we miss. Straight to the point, get the people them speak. Straight to the point, every day of the week. Drama, truth, now the stories we've been. Tune in, let reality sing, yeah. Straight to the point, we don't beat round the bush. Straight to the point, yeah, we cut through the bush. From news to drama, truth in every voice. If you want real talk, this is your choice. Straight to the point, we not beat round the bush. Straight to the point, yeah, we cut through the bush. From news to drama, truth in every voice. If you want real talk, this is your choice. Girl, straight to the point, we not beat round the bush. Straight to the point, yeah, we cut through the bush. From news to drama, truth in every voice. If you want real talk, this is your choice.
You're viewing Real TV. Thanks for choosing us.
You need some cash. You need it now. Without the stress, we'll tell you how.
At JMMB Express Finance, there are no fees on unsecured loans from $2,500 to $75,000. That's a fact. None, not one. No fees, no fuss, no cash. Approval in 24 hours, and the funds go direct to your account. Come in or call Jeff today.
Call 2244-JEF.
Hi, I'm Zalisa Budu Singh Rupani, and I'm inviting you to join me for Conversations with Zalisa right here on Real TV. It's not just another talk show, it's a space for real stories, real insight, and real impact. We cover it all: health, law, parenting, relationships, drug and substance abuse, mental health, social issues, and so much more, with expert guests who help bring clarity to life's most important questions. So whether you're looking to be informed, empowered, or simply inspired, this show is for you. Weekdays at 10 a.m. with repeats on Real TV.
Ladies and gentlemen, young people, senior citizens, it is my pleasure and privilege to invite you to look at the program Inspired on Real TV at 2 p.m. every Wednesday afternoon. Inspired is designed to lift your spirits, to help you overcome depression and failure so you could be an outstanding, extraordinary success. We have special experts every Wednesday who will inspire you to do better, to be your best self. So may God bless you. And remember, every Wednesday at 2 p.m., please look out for the program Inspire.
$3.2 million ways to say thank you. And I want to say thank you for giving us 3.2 million views on Real TV. Don't miss the action. Don't miss a beat. Make sure and follow us on every social media platform: Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. Even follow us on YouTube. Click that subscribe button. And of course, download the Tego app so that you carry us wherever you are. 3.2 million views, and we're going higher. Make sure and be a part of the realest of all reels, Real TV.
You're viewing Real TV. Thanks for choosing us.
Fierce politics in the air. Social issues, we deal with it fair. No fluff, no filter, we call it how it is. Real TV vibes, what this how we miss. Straight to the point, get the people them speak. Straight to the point, every... It showed me point, we not beat round the bush. Straight to the point, yeah, we cut through the bush. From news to drama, truth in every voice. If you want real talk, this is your choice. Yeah, straight to the point, we not beat round the bush. Straight to the point, yeah, we cut through the bush. From news to drama, truth in every voice. If you want real talk, this is your choice. Current affairs, politics in the air. Social issues, we deal with it fair. No fluff, no filter, we call it how it is. Real TV vibes, what this how we miss. Straight to the point, get the people them speak. Straight to the point, every day of the week. Drama, truth, now the stories we've been. Tune in, let reality sing ya. Straight to the point, we don't beat round the bush. Straight to the point, yeah, we cut through the bush. From news to drama, truth in every voice. If you want real talk, this is your choice.
Take it shit to the point to another level.
Now you go ahead, We're gonna take shit to the point.
What? That so bad, boy? It's showing up. You seen it, landscape, and it's showing me.
Yeah. Straight to the point, we not beat round the bush. Straight to the point, yeah, we cut through the bush. From news to drama, truth in every voice. If you want real talk, this is your choice. Yeah, straight to the point, we not beat round the bush. Straight to the point, yeah, we cut through the bush. From news to drama, truth in every voice. If you want real talk, this is your choice. Current affairs, politics in the air. Social issues, we deal with it fair. No fluff, no filter, we call it how it is. Real TV vibes, what this how we miss. Straight to the point, get the people them speak. Straight to the point, every day of the week. Drama, truth, now the stories we've been. Tune in, let reality sing ya. Straight to the point, we don't beat round the bush. Straight to the point, yeah, we cut through the bush. From news to drama, truth in every voice. If you want real talk, this is your choice. Straight to the point, we not beat round the bush. Straight to the point, yeah, we cut through the bush. From news to drama, truth in every voice. If you want real talk, this is your choice. Yeah, straight to the point, we not beat round the bush.
We're gonna take shit to the point. Take it shit to the point to another level.
Now you go ahead, We're gonna take shit to the point.
What? That so bad, boy? It's showing up. You seen it, landscape, and it's showing me to thing. Yes, okay. So we're gonna let the life build a little bit. You all remember the pastor that came in, Mr. Aaron Chance Joseph. I told you all I'm not gonna arrest, you know. You know what to do? Put on my 2 lights on. I wanna make sure that they could see us nice and clear. I feel that's the one that died. All right, so we'll just use that one, right? So for those of y'all that are just joining us, we are here. What you call this thing? This is close to the Kirab to Shogunas maxi taxi stand. Now, if some of you remember, a time back, there was a pastor that came on social media and said that the Lord has blessed him. The Lord has blessed him, right? Behind me here, on the side here, this is the house or the so-called property that he said the Lord has blessed him with. Now, the story behind this, and while I'm not going to drop everything tonight, I'm going to drop pieces tonight. The story behind this house here is one of a lady who I have documentation for. You just keep one level. Don't get too fancy with me. Stay with me right there. Where I have information that this lady wasn't too well. Yet still, the pastor would have gotten, what do you call it? He get a will the lady would have signed a will, allegedly, signing over this property behind me here to him. Now let me tell you something. Come a little closer. Pastor Aaron Change Joseph, the man that is right now the center of my investigation, to understand some of the things that he is doing when it comes to assets, properties, and some of the investment businesses that he is a part of. This building behind me here has been the center. And I think he did something where he was talking in the church and was saying that how he got a vision and he see God say he will build this church here or some kind of thing. So, right? He's been using the same property that he has no deed for. Been using the same property that he has no deed for as security. He would have, I don't want to see that on the live tonight. But this is our message because I know Aaron is watching. I know Aaron is watching tonight. This is our message to tell Aaron, we're not bluffing tonight. I will never bluff. When I say that I'm going to go all out, I'll be going all out. And anybody that steps in my way, trust and believe, it's very easy for me to part you, put you aside, and I will go and do what I have to do. This is the property. And funny fact, you know, pastors supposed to put themselves out in a diplomatic way, right? Pastors supposed to be nice and calm and godly. Not Pastor Aaron Joseph. Pastor Aaron Joseph is actually a bully. Pastor Aaron Joseph apparently needs to get counseling. Because while he would have put out a narrative and a story telling people one story, Pastor Aaron Joseph has been lying to people in the media for some time. And I've gotten so much information on Pastor Joseph. It is so funny. I'm wondering if I should give Pastor the opportunity to come out and tell the nation that he's been fooling for so long, his behavioral patterns, how he behaves when he doesn't get what he wants, how disrespectful he is. Oh, is it that he would like me to do such on my platform? I want you all to just take an observation of this building here. There are certain spots of this building that Pastor Aaron Joseph came here with another gentleman and he broke down the cameras. He broke down the cameras at this very said location. I want to show you guys something very quickly on the live that I tell you all, when we go all out, we go all out. It's easy for me to go all out. And I want you all to see this here very carefully. I want to say good night and good afternoon to all of you all that are on the live. All of you all that are on the live. And I want you all to share it, you know. Let Pastor Aaron Joseph know that I'm here. This very said property that you allowed a sick lady, that you've taken advantage of a sick lady, make her write a will. I don't want to say too much before tomorrow. I don't want to say too much before tomorrow. I want to tell the people how it is that you even gained entry into this house even when you were told not to. I want to tell the people when it is that this house was up for rent. This house was up for rent. And the real estate agent, you contacted the real estate agent pretending to be a renter and came here at this location and began gangsterism in the most wildest manner. And I want people to know Judgment Day shall come. Let me show you, and I want you all to understand that I am not bluffing when I talk about this. Now I want to show all you this. Let me see if you could get this very closely here. Can you see this? You seen this here? Just see if you could, yeah, just take off let's probably take off that light there. Right? What is this here? This is the property, right? Not so? This is the property here. This is this property right here, and this is CCTV footage that I have that I just showing you a piece, just a little exclusive. That's a little exclusive. I come here today. So whatever that Mr. Aaron Joseph changed, I don't know what he changed from. Because a lot of times these people live for social media. I watched a video of a young lady crying, being put out on the streets because of this very said man, and he tell her, God go make a way, God go pay. That's what he tell her, you know. And she's crying, she under pressure, she under stress. All because of greed, all because of I could tell all you what went on here, you know. I could tell all you what went on here, you know. And this is his said property, ladies and gentlemen. This is his said property that in his same investment scheme, for those of you all that watched the show today, and I want to say good afternoon and good night to all 121 of you all that are live on the inside. This is the same property that he would have signed an agreement using as collateral, as security, and his name is not even on the deed. Imagine you have a will, and this will didn't come through no attorney really. You went and you run and you probate. I don't know if he probably felt that the family didn't have the money. So when you run and you probate the will, when you run and you probate a will, right? You know it's plenty money. Anyone of the fellas ever probate a will? Hello? Anyone of the probate a will? Ever probate a will? No? And I'm out here. We right there next to the maxi taxi stand. Prime property, you know. Prime property. But this is what you're doing, taking advantage of people. And this is just one out of many. This is just one out of many that Mr. Joseph would have done. And I would love to find out, because for some time a lot of people have been afraid, they've been scared, they didn't want to come out, they didn't want to say, you know, what was going on. They didn't want to say what was going on. But not understanding that this man is a bully by himself. This man has painted a picture that he's such a saint. He's such a saint. I've never seen a pastor or somebody who pretends to be a man of God behaving in such manner, being so aggressive, but then telling people God will make a way when it's time to pay people their money. I have all kind of information, information about the cleaning business, information about the cars business, information about the land and the property. Imagine you have up a woman's property on your page for sale, and the woman said that they did not agree with the contract, and as such take down her thing, and up to this date it is still up. Because you know why? Aaron don't care about nobody. Aaron is a thing unto himself. But you know what? I want to tell the general public today that we are working. I am working. And I hate, how much time I say that already? I hate people who take advantage of elderly people and people who don't know better. I really do hate it. I really do hate it. I really do hate it. So tonight, this is live evidence that we're here. I came, I scope out, I get my evidence, and tomorrow at 4 p.m. right here, tomorrow at 4 p.m. on Real TV, on Digicel, channel 32, Ampere 116, channel 66, and on everywhere else, we're going to be right here. Not here, but we're going to be talking about Aaron Joseph part 2. Part 2. We're only talking about Aaron Joseph part 2. And there's nothing that anybody could come to intimidate me or try to intimidate me where that is concerned. I saw a comment with somebody saying something about coming to the business place. What that was about? They delete it? You seen it there still? It gone? And for those of you all that want to, send information, if you have been a victim of Aaron, you all can send your information. You can take this number. The number is 762-9192. 762-9192. If you have information, if you've been a victim, if you've been one of the employees as well, who he has employed and told you all to hold on to God's faith, you all can contact me as well. You all will be crucial in our investigation, because we are going to put a stop to persons who are using God's name in vain. It could be, let me tell you something. I have no problem with anybody in the religion. It could be Allah, it could be Hinduism, Christianity, Baptist. You could be whatever you are. But when it is that you take things for granted and you come out here and look at this property, this man don't know this woman from a place. I want to say the correct things today, you know, because I'm live. Don't know this woman from a place, and bamboozle a will out of her. Let me tell you something. This woman has been clinically ill for years before she even met Aaron Joseph. And I don't want to tell you all what that woman had said before she died. I don't want to tell all you. I won't tell all you no on this live. But why would a pastor do that? What manner of evil and greed? Why would a pastor? This pastor attitude, but you know, I have so much evidence. This man's attitude is so stink, and out of everything else, the gangsterism. You walk in these people in them yard here, open this gate, and break down the cameras with a piece of wood. Break down the cameras with a piece of wood. And taking advantage of people under God's name. And a lot of people are afraid to come out and expose a pastor because they feel like they may be doing God wrong. I want to tell you all today, you all will not be doing God wrong by coming out and speaking out, because the time has come. And you see who they come? By Dale, you know. I've seen this man, this thing coming up for years. For not even years. It's about 3 weeks before somebody come to me, and before that was months before that. And just in between that, a member of my detail would have spoken to me and tell me, hey, XYZ, this, that, and the other. But we have a lot of things, and we working tonight. We working tonight. And you know what did they say? What is in the dark will come to light always. 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 So tell Mr. Aaron and company, repent, 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 because the things that you're doing, your time has come. And if you want to continue, don't worry, I'll continue exposing you. I'll continue exposing you. All the you want to get away from FIU. You want the FIU to think. Watch now. Well, there's a lot. If all they thought today was, trust me, and I'll continue working. Don't worry, we reach the water plant just now. We'll reach the water plant business just now. But as I'm showing you all here, we're here. This is the property that Aaron has been fighting for. That he said that God made a way where there seems to be no way. And I'll be giving you all the second dose of it tomorrow, please God, right on Real TV. Exclusive. Nobody else is going to get it. MYOB is not going to get it. Nobody else. News Before News and all of them is my partners. Good afternoon to everybody. Good afternoon to MYOB, to Chili Crime News. We and everybody good. News Before News, yeah. Me and News Before News good. And Chili Crime News. But tomorrow, please God, at 4 p.m. we're going to be live on Real TV. And somebody come and say he ordained himself. Well, if you ordain yourself, that means you're a minister or a man unto yourself, not unto God. Yeah? That's it. This is the property here.
Straight to the point, we not beat round the bush. Straight to the point, yeah, we cut through the bush. From use to drama, truth in every voice. If you want real talk, this is your choice. Yeah. Straight to the point, we not beat round the bush. Straight to the point, yeah, we cut through the bush. From use to drama, truth in every voice. If you want real talk, this is your choice. Straight to the point, we not beat round the bush. Straight to the point, yeah, we cut through the bush. From use to drama, truth in every voice. If you want real talk, this is your choice. Yeah. Straight to the point, we not beat round the bush. Straight to the point, yeah, we cut through the bush. From use to drama, truth in every voice. If you want real talk, this is your choice.
So I'm sending this to the Real TV family. I'm on my way. We are going to go. We're live already on television. I just had a very, very important meeting. And it has so much mark to bus today. And we busting the marks right here. Go and tell a friend. Aaron Joseph, boy. Hey. There's so many things that I want to talk about. So many things I want to discuss. We're going to have everything happening right here on Real TV. Keep it locked. Yeah, keep it locked. Yeah. Straight to the point, we not beat round the bush. Straight to the point, yeah, we cut through the bush. From use to drama, truth in every voice. If you want real talk, this is your choice.
You're viewing Real TV. Thanks for choosing us.
Looking for all your back-to-school essentials? Well, come on down to Keith Muhammad Books and School Supplies, where we have a wide variety of stationery and stencil supplies. We have wide ranges of textbooks on math, science, and even literature. We also are the sole distributors of the Malaysian publisher Mind to Mind, and have bestsellers Sudoku and Word Search. Visit us at our opening hours and feel our warm hospitality. We are located at number 5 Railway Road, San Juan, and WhatsApp us at 777-7341 for more info.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready for Hard Talk. Coming to you at 2 p.m. every Monday.
Join us for Real Talk,
Hard Talk,
Hard Facts, and all that is happening in Trinidad and Tobago and the globe.
Social commentary, sporting commentary, comedy, real entertainment on Real TV. Organic stuff.
In a world full of noise, choose clarity. The Real News digital publication is your choice for important news coverage. From influential figures shaping our nation to a powerful week in review that keeps you informed. The weekly edition is available for download on all of our social media platforms. Smart, sharp, essential. Real News digital publication. Stay informed, stay educated, stay empowered.
Are you looking for the right space for your business? Fred's Plaza has the space you need. We offer professional rental spaces designed for growing businesses. Conveniently located in San Juan on the Eastern Main Road, opposite the PTSC terminal and between Royal Castle and Mario's. Easy access, high visibility. For inquiries, call or WhatsApp 868-384-7142 today, or visit Level 3 Fred's Plaza for details.
Straight to the point, we not beat round the bush. Straight to the point, yeah, we cut through the push. From use to drama, truth in every voice. If you want real talk, this is your choice. Girl, it's straight to the point, we not beat round the bush. Straight to the point, yeah, we cut through the push. From use to drama, truth in every voice. If you want real talk, this is your choice. Current affairs, politics in the air.
Yet, and then, you know, what was the steps that was taken to get into it?
We started off. No,
you got the good thing, you know.
It's good thing.
Yeah, it's good thing.
We see it on an ad. Right, we see it on an ad from one of my friend, Denison Pear. So I called him to find out about a land deal that he was advertising for Divine Connection Agency.
Right.
So I called and I find out about it, and it was a rent-to-own land. Rent-to-own land. So I reached out to him, and he put me on to Aaron Joseph.
Right.
After he put me on to Aaron Joseph, we started to talk and we started to discuss other things, and we go into deeper conversation about what his business is all about, and he started to talk about the investment, and he started to talk about the cast for all and the cast for all and all these different things that projects that he have upcoming now, because it was in January. We start that talk. So right after that day, we end up talking about our business. So we started to exchange ideas.
Right.
We started to talk about what we wanted to do from the beginning. We have a small business, a small family business. Me, the three of us running it, and we do houses now. We build, we contracting, we contractor, we do small houses.
Right. Change full construction and
full construction.
Right.
We go all out, right? From this foundation, go all the way up.
Right.
And we say we'd build houses and we'd do a little something because what he was explaining to us is that it's for helping people now.
Okay.
He go on to say like it was for helping people.
The people who couldn't.
People who fully afford.
Can afford
to put on that mortgage and get things. Okay.
So that is why we kind of come out and say, you know what? It sounds like a good idea, and he's a man of God. He's talking, that is what really kind of drive me into that direction to really trust him, because he keep mentioning, God vibes, and he's a pastor, and why you a pastor will I, you understand? And he helping people and things.
Wow. So a joint business venture to work together to build the houses through the Divine Connections Agency program. But we already were building our homes, so it was to really work together to bring homes to people who wouldn't ordinarily be able to afford homes or be able to get mortgages or loans through the bank.
Right.
So it was to kind of bypass the bank and help people, everyday people who were fed up of renting.
Right. Yeah.
And people who were, fed up of waiting for HDC homes and stuff like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
So around that day now, so that is where we decide to start you say like we were going to a little small venture together. We're gonna provide the homes, and he gonna give it out to the people that need the homes and things like according to like people who have their own land. In his program, he have people invest in land, people invest in money. So people invest a lot of land into the program because they don't have the money now.
Right.
So he had the land invested into the program, so that we could come now and we could build the houses on the land, so people could start to pay the rent. It's a good idea,
Right. And then they'll just make back the money with the rent that coming.
So we say that is a real good idea. There's a good venture. We're going into that. That's sounding good. But he had a different agenda.
Right.
So we only learn that in the second half. When does it come to
Before, what we forgot to mention is we had a meeting, us and my sister-in-law. We had a meeting where we were able to ask more questions regarding the investment side of things, and that's where he spoke about the 2.5% and what we'd be able to get per month on our investment.
Right.
So it seemed like a great incentive alongside what would then be taking place as the houses. So it's like two separate ventures. But
so the initial investment would have been what before the 2.5? When you all had that understanding, it was just in terms of building the house for those persons that could not have, and then what would have been the return?
So the investment come under different so he have an investment program.
Right.
The investment program is you put in money and you get returns on your money, and when it is that you finish the program, is this 12 months or 6 months, because your contract marks 6 months to 12 months, you can get your full capital back.
Right. So your initial amount.
And your profit.
So the profit is paid at the end of the month, at the end of the 12 months, or is it paid
monthly?
monthly?
No, paid monthly. So monthly you're getting your returns on your investment.
Right.
But it was 2.5.
Right, 2.5% of
2.5 of your investment.
The House for All program, where the houses would have been built, there was a structure such as a core members team, which was made up of 5 of them.
Yeah.
And then there was a corporate investors team, and then what was the other one?
It was
core and something else.
It was but the man all kind of team, the man a team like So
but he said, if you're putting in more than 6 figures or more than 5 figures, you
that was just
the table, sort of like to lure you in.
Yeah,
so that was almost like a pyramid then.
That was like a web.
That seemed like
it looked like he tell everybody that has 6 figures, you get a seat at the table. So everybody gets a seat at the table, but nobody know how much people sitting on the table.
So they were sitting on in the higher echelons.
In the big boy table,
but this thing making the houses in the House for All program, he was then invited to a seat as a core member, which only had at the time 4 people, so he would have been the 5th person that they were putting into the program, because he was having a large investment and because he would be making the homes.
He keep going on and saying I is his main man in the program, because are we bringing the houses to them. So I see, even though I mentioned to him, I said, listen, it's a small team, this is the team, it's a small business, family business that we're running. We don't want, he could take the exposure. We just want to make sure that we houses sell, and we do it in a way where it is that everything would be just how we planned it from the beginning now. But things changing so much as it go along. It started to get like, you know what, she started to do up contracts on behalf of the both of us now. We started to put things together in a way where it is like he verbally making arrangements and not putting anything on paper.
Right.
So she started draft paper up.
We had meetings. One of the things that kept happening was in having discussions about liability, because he had his workers and then our company had our workers, and he wanted to sort of have like a collaboration of his workers and our workers. He wanted to pay less overall for the workers, which he could do with his workers because they weren't necessarily skilled. They were just coming into they were practicing labour's right.
Which is a good thing.
So you had unskilled labourers on the.
It had people. So it had like what's called them block to business. Block to business was any youngsters from on the block
you
come
take them
off the block
and
you take them off the streets
give
and
them a little,
give them a little blight, right? And offer.
So what was happening was we were discussing when building the homes, if it were, for example, like the HDC homes, if there were disrepairs and things needed to be done, who would take liability for that? He was trying to avoid accountability from there. So those were some of the red flags coming up, and when we discussed it internally as a team, we realised that what did he say? I said, well, who would be liable for if there was a repair after a year? What would happen in that case? Because people have spent a lot of money at that point. What would happen? And he said, the law's not.
The man said the law in Trinidad is not to be taken seriously.
Yeah, it's not that serious.
I had that on recording too. I record every conversation from January to now. I have everything.
And so that was some of the reasons we decided, how can we build homes with somebody who understands the state of affairs when it comes to HDC homes? How could we then build our homes? And he's not really that bothered about what would happen.
The legal side of it.
Yeah, so the whole point is to help people. How can we help people if they're stuck with repairs after and they've paid all of this money? So amongst other red flags, we decided this isn't going to work in terms of making the homes themselves. He was going back on a lot of the things he was saying. When it was time to talk about the contracts, he was just like, just put it on paper, give it to my secretary. But he didn't seem very concerned about the business aspect of sticking to what he was saying.
Right.
And so how could we be in business with somebody who doesn't really want to do what he said? So we decided.
So what are some of the other things that he would have gone back that would have also encouraged you in saying, you know what, I will let's just end this. So I know you said that, you know, he basically switched back on some of the things that he said he was going to deal with and do. But give me a little bit more detail in terms of, you know, some of the arrangements that you would have had and what took place.
So in terms of the investment, so when we pulled out of the House for All side, we were still investors. So because we already received returns for our investment for the month of March, it seemed as though, well, that part's okay. Nothing seemed untoward at that point. We can continue going forward. But we just wasn't making the houses with him anymore.
Right.
But the actual investment was still very normal because we received the investment for March.
So the monies were still coming?
Well, yeah, money was coming, but...
We were asking for the copy of the contract the entire time.
Touching?
Yeah, well, when we put the money, it was 2.5% for all of our money put together. I don't know if it's because when you watch how much money is 2.5% of such an amount, he said, all right, the first set of money you get 2.5%, the next set of money you get 1%. So we wasn't
he changed it, verbally though, not on no contract, nothing.
The payments will show it's not 2.5%. If you take 2.5% of this amount, if you check in how much we got, it's not 2.5% of this amount.
Right. Yeah,
simple.
So that's the first red flag. The first red flag was that when it is that he changed it without any coming together and say, well, this is what XYZ is the case. We're going to put it on contract.
Because he said the money needs to be in before the 30th of January because the investment program is closing off at that point, and he wouldn't be taking any more investments after that. But the money went in through the bank, and then for whatever happened, the money bounced back, or he reversed the money. And so it no longer was going in at the end of January, so we couldn't get 2.5 anymore. And we sort of took it on the chin, didn't we?
Oh, so that's what he said. He reversed the money.
He reversed the money.
So he
sent it back to you.
Yeah, well, what, we didn't really understand what was taking place there. We say it was just probably the bank or such, but then it was a calculated move because at the end of the day, he did that a recent guy that came to us here with all the evidence that the man
same exact
pattern and the same thing that he tells him. He told me he told the same guy that he have it in the FIU.
Right.
So the FIU ain't approve as yet and so. But I said like 6 months down the line, the man ain't approve FIU as yet and really. So it started seem kind of fishy. But we was already out the door. We foot out the door already. But this guy didn't know.
Right.
So when I get to understand that this fella come out with his evidence and he was going to take 50,000 from this guy for land in Chickland, and he get away with because he did already take a manager's check. Is a manager's check demanded right up him, but he didn't want it in the manager's check, so he received the manager's check, but before the bank closed and before the man leave the bank, he tell him, say, hey, I can't receive this, you know. XYZ is the case, and he give the man the explanation. You know, he could talk, and then he go back in the bank. The man went and say, well, here what, I need this check change. The bank now say, well, nah, this ain't looking correct, you know. I feel they win and get scammed. So the bank didn't give him the $50,000 from the check. That's how he didn't receive that. But he ended up going and scoring the man $1,500 under some kind of lawyer vibes, saying
one of the questions we've been trying to find out is where's the lawyer. So originally when we asked for the copy of the contract, we asked just after the first amount of money was paid, he signed the agreement. And he was supposed to give the contract after the second amount was paid. The second amount was paid on the 6th of February. And after that, we were asking for the contract, and he said, well, it's in point, it's with my lawyer, it's in QREP. So when we put it on record to say, can you officially tell us where the contract is, to this day, he's never put in writing where our contract is. He knew he signed it. We have our witness who was there at the time of the signing on the 23rd of January.
Right. Also, you don't have the contract that you would have?
No.
Nah, he have it.
And you have a copy?
We only have the drafted version of what we sent him on the 23rd of January.
Yeah, we have the WhatsApp conversations when we send in the draft, the the revised copy of his contract because he gave us the contract on the 23rd of January in the morning, and we revise it and we say nah, this ain't sounding correct, this ain't looking correct. We revise it, we do it over, we put more security on it, and as he I have that on recording too, where he said there is no problem, he would sign it, and he signed that, and up to now this man has returned this contract for years yet.
And because he said many different things about the location of it,
where the contract is.
Where the contract is.
We asked him, well, where is it? And it's only through, I believe it was in the middle of June, when speaking to a legal advisor who then spoke to him to ask him where the contract is. That's the first time he said, I don't know where it is. So we thought, well, if we're in business together, surely you should know what terms and conditions we're holding you to and you're holding us to, because we both have to be accountable for what we've signed. And he very nonchalant, he didn't care about. And he didn't put it in writing, no matter how many times we asked about it. He never put it in writing, so we don't have it on record apart from what he said to the legal advisor at the time.
Wow. So when it is that you would have made mention to him in terms of, you want out, and how you felt with the indiscrepancies and everything else, what was his response over that? What was that like for you all then?
When I first mentioned him, I said, this thing making sense. I talked to the team, which is the three of us talked, and we say, well, this ain't making sense. Nothing you say is coming true, and you ain't keeping to your word. So all these things that we started to talk about and say, this ain't making any sense. We want out. He wasn't transparent with the information he's supposed to be sharing with me, because he's supposed to be giving an account of all the funds that, because he gave me, a part of me being the board, part of the board member, he was supposed to show where the money going, and he promised that is one of the things that we're going to be seeing, right? So you're going to be showing where the land is, we're going to be seeing all which part of the money spending and how they spend. Up to this day I see up to this day me see no budget sheet, nothing. So when we realized, it's been about 3 months?
It's been a couple of months.
A couple of months in, and I say this is making sense. Everybody wanted to see what was we investment really doing, because we seen a lot of activities but nothing really materializing. So that is when we decided to say, you know what, we're gonna pull out.
So we had that meeting with all of us on WhatsApp, and we expressed how we were feeling. That
was like a WhatsApp call?
And we expressed that we haven't received the copy of the contract. We've been chasing for months.
What I'm doing is, because I'm in some traffic right now and I am heading to the studio, I'm going to be sending you all video clips and inserts coming in piece by piece, where it is that we're going to have a discussion today. Today we're going to talk about many things. Some of the things that we're going to discuss, one is in retrospect to the young lady who would have stolen the phone, who would have stolen the iPhone 17 from the baby shower. That is one instance that we're going to deal with today. Aaron Joseph is the next one up on the mark. We're going to be dealing with those two. And because of these stuff being so sensitive, I'm not sending it via WhatsApp. I'm not sending it anywhere. What I'm going to do is I'm going to ask persons to join in on the live, share it with your friends, and let them know I should be in the studio in the next 30 minutes. So I'll be there like about that.
Straight to the point, we not beat round the bush. Straight to the point, we cut through the bush. From use the drama, truth in every voice. If you want real talk, this is your job.
You're viewing Real TV. Thanks for choosing us.
Kids say the funniest things, and sometimes the smartest too.
So kids, if you were Prime Minister for one day, what would you do?
That everybody got a light location I'm going to reach. Happy everybody. When the German woke up,
Every episode is packed with honest answers, big imaginations, and moments that will make you laugh, smile, and maybe even learn something new.
So join me, Zalisa, as we discover the world through the eyes of our youngest generation. Conversations with Kids, weekdays at 12 p.m. only on Real TV.
Join us on Real TV for Highlights with Alan Ferguson, a program where we aim to level the playing field through meaningful conversation and real action. We highlight the positive developments happening within communities across Trinidad and Tobago, while also addressing the concerns and challenges affecting government agencies and everyday citizens. Tune in every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 6 p.m. only on Real TV.
I am Walter Stewart, President of the Trinidad and Tobago National Council of Parent-Teacher Associations Incorporated. Join us every Thursday, 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. on Real TV, where we look at NPTA Speaks, National Parent-Teacher Association Speaks, on topical and relevant issues pertaining to parents, teachers, education, and students of Trinidad and Tobago. This, of course, encapsulates local, regional, and international audiences every Thursday, 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. on Real TV, NPTA Speaks.
Ladies and gentlemen, young people, senior citizens, it is my pleasure and privilege to invite you to look at the program Inspired on Real TV at 2 p.m. every Wednesday afternoon. Inspired is designed to lift your spirits, to help you overcome depression and failure so you could be an outstanding, extraordinary success. We have special experts every Wednesday who will inspire you to do better, to be your best self. So may God bless you. And remember, every Wednesday at 2 p.m., please look out for the program Inspire.
Straight to the point, we not beat round the bush. Straight to the point, yeah, we cut through the push. From use to drama, truth in every voice. If you want real talk, this is your choice. Yeah, straight to the point, we not beat round the bush. Straight to the point, yeah, we cut through the push. From use to drama, truth in every voice. If you want real talk, this is your choice. Current affairs, politics in the air. Social issues, we deal with it fair. No fluff, no filter, we call it how it is. Real TV vibes, what this how we miss. Straight to the point, get the people them speak. Straight to the point, every day out the week. Drama, truth, now the stories we've been tuning, let reality sing ya. Straight to the point, we don't beat round the bush. Straight to the point, yeah, we cut through the push. From use to drama, truth in every voice. If you want real talk, this is your choice. Straight to the point, we not beat round the bush. Straight to the point, yeah, we cut through the push. From use to drama, truth in every voice. If you want real talk, this is your choice. Yeah, straight to the point, we not beat round the bush. Straight to the point, yeah, we cut through the push. From use to drama, truth in every voice. If you want real talk, this is your choice. Current affairs, politics in the air. Social issues, we deal with it fair. No fluff, no filter, we call it how it is. Real TV vibes, what this how we miss. Straight to the point, get the people them speak. Straight to the point, every day out the week. Drama, truth, now the stories we've been tuning, let reality sing ya. Straight to the point, we don't beat round the bush. Straight to the point, yeah, we cut through the push. From use to drama, truth in every voice. If you want real talk, this is your choice. and yeah. Straight to the point, we not beat round the bush. Straight to the point, yeah, we cut through the push. From use to drama, truth in every voice. If you want real talk, this is your choice. Yeah, straight to the point, we not beat round the bush. Straight to the point, yeah, we cut through the push. From use to drama, truth in every voice. If you want real talk, this is your choice. Current affairs, politics in the air. Social issues, we deal with it fair. No fluff, no filter, we call it how it is. Real TV vibes, what this how we be. Straight to the point, get the people them speak. Straight to the point, every day of the week. Drama, truth, now the stories we've been. Tune in, let reality sing. Yeah.
So we were being very careful.
Right.
To wait till the 6-month mark. And then that's what happened in March, April, May. In May, when it was time for him to make his payment on the 3rd of May, the payment wasn't made. And so when we said, well, where is the payment? So he said, well, you guys said you want to come out of contract, so we want to know what are you doing. And by the way, what's happening with the House for All? And we said, you can't do that. You have to stick to the pre-existing contract, which means you have to make your payments on time.
Yeah.
Which was supposed to be the 3rd of May. He didn't make the payment.
Right.
When we explained to him, you cannot introduce new terms, as because he said we're withholding payment until we get correspondence to find out what you're doing.
Yeah.
Are you staying in business or not? We said you can't do that. You have to just
Try
honor
to
what you're
strong
supposed to do.
Right.
And as of that moment, I think it was about 5 days later. That's when the payment was made. And then the same thing happened again in June. The payment wasn't made on time, and then we wrote again. That's when he sent the payment, and then we realised we're at the 6-month mark, and that's when we sent the letter of termination on the 9th of June.
On the 9th of June, you sent the... And was there a response to the the termination letter in terms of did he respond or?
Yeah. His response was that they accepted it under clause 7 of our contract, which we've been referring to for months and months. He did accept the notice of termination and tried to... we said we want the money back within the 30 days after the notice expires, and that's when he proposed, he wanted to vary the agreement, offering the money over 6 months, saying that he would pay it back by December, and offered a partial payment of land. He was offering other things, and we said, no, we just want the money back as per the contract.
Right.
And that's when the
So basically, he tried to pay it all off in land instead of
he was trying, and then he said that he couldn't pay it back within 30 days because it would sort of interrupt the operation of his business.
But the contract had stated that. So.
Yeah.
Right. So
that's exactly how we felt.
So he says that in the. So then, what is he saying now? That in December,
the payment will be made on or before December 2026.
Text me now.
Yeah.
So he texts everybody the same thing.
Same thing.
Yeah.
I can't just after liquidate assets. I can't just find that money. You have to liquidate assets, and it takes time.
But then in one of the correspondence, he said that they don't have any cash flow problem, so that we would expect the money back in line with the contract within 30 days of the expiration of the termination. And then he changed what he had to say each time. It continuously changed, and as it stands now, he's also in breach as well because of the Curate property. The original contract he offered on around 10 o'clock on the 23rd of January was offering the security of the Curate property. So when we'd spoken to the legal advisor, his name is not on the title or deed of the Curate property.
Right.
So she advised that he shouldn't have put that in the contract in the first place. So our lawyer actually wrote to him regarding the breach of contract. By the 10th of August, he would have been in default anyway. But that was our position in the pre-action protocol letter. And he wrote back saying that, well, this whole thing is just a discussion. We're trying to avoid litigation, but this whole thing was just a discussion. What agreement? Several agreements. So it's just more delay tactics. And this was
so what he's saying is that you all didn't have an agreement with you.
Yeah, but that is why we put out the last video.
But our experience the entire time has been this whole of just avoiding accountability, lack of transparency, just trying to, I've got to talk to my lawyer before I respond to the questions. But then we said, okay, that's fine, but can you tell us where the contract is?
Still
so
back
it's
to the
been a
same
lot
thing.
of games, a
Yeah,
lot of tactics.
he know how to loop things in such a way where it is time go be running and wasting.
Yeah.
And he also know that there's a kind of there's a very difficult way for people to go through legal advice and legal things. It's costly. That is why he target a certain type of people, so that they, when it is they reach the legal aspect of things, they realize, well, hey, this thing expensive. For paying him just to go into court is a legal.
But that's a high court matter.
Yeah, the high court matter. So he knows that now. Yeah. There's not much people who will be able to come out with that money to just upfront pay to go to high court, and he knows that.
I remember seeing the response. That response was made by him personally and not by his lawyer.
Not by his lawyer.
And he did say on many occasions he needs to go and seek legal advice. And when we did ask in one of our correspondence, can you tell us who your lawyer is? And he said only after we sign his proposal for the addendum that he would give us his lawyer's contact details. Yeah. So it was almost like only if you sign this and say that I'm not going to be in default, that's when I'll give you my attorney's details.
But how he could say he's not in default when... But I mean, the contract itself would have been null and void. The fact that what you would have used as security on the investment, you can't use it, because at the end of the day, if anything is to happen, legally, you can't take any type of ownership or anything of that sort of the property because it's not on his name.
Not on his name.
And then, I mean, everything would have just gone up in smoke.
Yeah.
When we asked him questions, that's when he actually sent the probate. And we said, well, this is not the title or deed. We want to know about the Curate property. Tell us more.
This is the Curate property that he testified about, right? That the lady, and she signed the property over to him, and she died, and that's in a kind of bacchanal now, because I heard some family came up.
Yes.
Okay.
That is the same property. Yeah.
Yes.
Because right now that property in I think they're in court.
Yeah.
But did you know about the property before that? Like, to know that
He
had that?
He didn't give us any details. It's just that because we were asking about our copy of the contract, and he mentioned Curate, and then he said different things, we decided, well, we need to do a bit more digging to find out. And that's when we came across Michaela John's video, which is something that happened a year ago. That seemed to have just been buried for a bit. But when we saw that, we said, okay, we need to do some more digging, because not enough information seemed to be out there about him and his
scheme.
Yeah.
Empire.
Yeah. But when we found out that video, we started to ask questions, and that's when we went up to legal affairs to find out some more about the property.
Yeah, we started to do our own investigation.
Find out there was an injunction against the property. He failed to mention that, and we asked questions. He said, well, I assure you this property is going to be ours. That's one of his correspondence as well. Assuring us that the property is going to be theirs. Don't worry about anything. It belongs to us. Just
like we shook with.
Wow.
Like we shook with.
Wow.
So he accustomed doing that and trying to persuade people to believe, hey, everything will be alright. You don't have to worry yourself. But really and truly, everything you have to worry yourself about, because nothing he say. You had to take everything with a little bit of pinch of salt with what he said, because half of it could be true and the next half could be your demise. You understand? So
that's crazy.
That is where we are right now. Where we are right now with him.
So after all of that, well, we know the 6 month period is up. The 30-day period has passed. Y'all have made any agreement in terms of that? Because I know now y'all would have gone out, and I'm 100% sure he saw your video by the fact that he did a response. Has he tried to communicate with y'all since after that?
No.
So when you put out the video, he tried to communicate with anyone of y'all?
No, he tried to clear himself by saying
before the video. No, after. Before was, he said with the thing about the next 6 months he'll be able to pay us and liquidate the property, all his assets and whatever. But I told him, well, it's supposed to be in the first 6 months. That's what the contract said. He said no. That was just a talk. The same thing he said.
It was a conversation. So
I think one of the biggest wind-ups in this is that he remembers different things, but because he's putting different things on paper, we understand that, well, the only reason you could do something like this is to delay, because you know how slow the court system will be, or you know certain things are going to happen, but you want to take us all the way through it because it's going to bide your time.
Yeah, it'll buy time to
do what you want to do anyway.
Or you take other people's money and give you the money that he took from other people and put them through the... Yeah, because, I mean, based on my understanding of his business, is that he employs people to work as agents. And they bring in clients. So that way he doesn't have to do any of the work. It's a referral business. You bring in people, they refer, and as they refer, they bring, and then once they meet the requirements, they meet him, and he closes the deals.
That is it.
And when he closes the deals, that's it. And then he sends these people out. Now these people, apparently they get a commission based on... They don't get a commission?
Nah, for the people
he says
you don't pay nobody.
A lot of people we've spoken to, a lot of people have not received money for the work that they've done. A lot of people who've worked tirelessly and not been paid, been promised certain things and not received what he promised. So a lot of, if you have a look at even all over TikTok, you'll see the amount of people who were putting out a lot of ads, and at a certain date it stops. And then you go, I wonder why they've stopped. They didn't get paid.
A lot of them created profiles on
Divine
TikTok.
Connectors.
Divine Connectors. They put their name on Divine Connectors. I saw a couple of them, some persons that I know. And I saw that they were putting up like videos saying this could be you, or you could get this and make this, and I saw it.
Most of them didn't get paid for that.
A lot of what people have said is that because everybody did believe in the vision that he put out, because it is good, it's a good vision, it's just the wrong person trying to execute it, because a lot of people believed in it, put the hard work in, and then he changed the terms and conditions of things, including what happened with Makeda John. Her video where she's speaking about the fact that she was coming down to the meetings and using her rent money because he was promising to pay and then didn't pay, and then it put her in a very difficult situation with her family.
The meetings, so to just explain that, because I'm not too familiar with the video. I know that there was some sort of drama that took on social media. People started to talk and then it just died down. Like a 7 days walk. No, she was what, a member of the church, or the meetings were the investments?
No, she was an agent, so I believe she was doing the promoting and advertising. She was so it's like different people, different business have
because I know there's a couple things that he's doing well, not just the housing, the cars, and so many other different. I've done some backgrounds on him, and persons actually came to me before to get in on the business where the cars was concerned, and the person was trying to explain to me, and I just never went anywhere with it, because I find that if you are an agent and you don't really fully know how it's working, but you're trying to sell me, you can't you're basically telling me this here is a pool full of water that is going to make me younger and you can't drunk, but when you're watching it, it's black. You don't know what there, you don't know how deep it is. And there's nothing, no apparatus around to put into that to say, okay, let's test the depth, let's see how far it's going. You're telling me, trust me, it's 2 inches, just jump in. And when I jump in, I go straight down and I drown, because it's a hole, So, I mean, it's sad though, because there's a lot of people that get into these schemes, and one of the things that they use is the term called investment. Because when you check the meaning of investment also means risk. And in a contract, they put, a lot of times, persons who are scheming and scamming, they tend to use the word investment and not borrow or lend, because when you borrow, then you have to 100.
Straight to the point, we not beat round the bush. Straight to the point, yeah, we cut through the bush. From use the drama, truth in every voice. If you want real talk, this is your choice. Yeah, straight to the point, we not beat round the bush. Straight to the point, yeah, we cut through the bush. From use the drama, truth in every voice. If you want real talk, this is your choice. Current affairs, politics in the air. Social issues, we deal with it fair. No fluff, no filter, we call it how it is. Real TV vibes, what this how we miss. Straight to the point, get the people them speak. Straight to the point, every day out the week. Drama, truth, now the stories we've been. Tune in, let reality sing, yeah. Straight to the point, we don't beat round the bush. Straight to the point, yeah, we cut through the bush. From use to drama, truth in every voice. If you want real talk, this is your choice.
At the building, I want to say good afternoon and welcome to all of you all that is here with us live and alive on Real TV this afternoon. Something looking weird, but I know that because our coming hot, we ain't had time to test nothing. Come back here and just fix that for me. We ain't had time to come in and whatever. But this is what this show is about. This is what this show is about. I had a very interesting day today. I've been having an interesting night and today. Turn again. Nice. Something else. The Tattoo Real TV logo. I want to say good afternoon and welcome. And for all of you all that are on the inside, I want you all to tell a friend to jump on the live. Now is the time to tell somebody, Dale is here. Dale is here. Dale is in the building. Right now, they're hunting me like wild meat, you know. They are hunting me like wild meat. Do me a favor. I'm trying to get in the zone. Give me a little bit more of me in my ears. I'm trying to get in the zone. I'm in the zone already, you know. But you know what's my problem? I don't know where to start. I had a very interesting conversation today. And I've been having interesting conversations. Right now, you have to treat this life like the DSS. Treat this life like a pyramid scheme. And I will start with the pastor, because of the time that I've reached, right? And God set it up in a way that the computer says I have 5 minutes before I give master control what it is that I want to give. I gave the USB here, that's all gone. So, I want to say good afternoon to all of you all on the inside, because today is going to be a very, very heated day. The sun is hot, and I'm not. Something so right? And you see, I want people to understand how powerful this platform is. Don't get tied up. A man called my phone today, telling me he have information for me. You all know I don't hide anything from you, all right? R1 and D1. That's what I'm calling only from now on. R1 and D1. That's a good name? Yeah, they gave me a thumbs up. He called me and said, I have information for you today, and I want to drop it for you in person concerning a BMW that we posted. The missing BMW. The one that I have documents, including court documents for, that purports it's missing, right? So I'm asking the man, well, wait till you have for me to give me in person that you can send in via WhatsApp or whatever the case may be. He beating around the bush. Then, hear what he does. He points somebody else on the phone, and here the person, here there's Keto. Well, you know who's Keto, right? You know who's Keto? Well, somebody come and pick up the flash drive. No, not yet. Hold your horses. It's at 12 minutes. It's at 12 minutes, over. So, mind you, the man ringing down my phone more than my ex-girl, more than any woman that I ever had. I thought Digicel and B-Mobile was bad with when it is they sending you text messages. The man ringing down my phone. But let's get into today's editorial. Let's get into today's editorial. And I would like us to, R1 and D1, all you're going to have problems with me today, you know. You have to move like this today, like this, like this. I want us to turn to our Bibles today. Because today we're going to deal with the pastor, the preacher. And I have so many questions. Yesterday somebody messaged me and said, Mr. Dale, who ordained this man to be a pastor? But I want us to turn to Matthew chapter 7 and verses 15. I'm going to do the show like this today. You know? And don't watch that. You see, when I reach Aliyah, that's your name? What is camera girl name is again? Gomez? Is Aliyah? Jada? Well, it's Jada, Aliyah, Tiffany, iPhone 17 Gomez. I will call she that a name for she today. But let us turn to Matthew chapter 7 and verse 15. Matthew chapter 7 and verse 15 says, beware of false prophets who come to you in sheep's clothing, but inwardly are ravenous wolves. Ravenous. You will recognize them by their fruits. Come back to me. I like how when I portraits people just take more, you know. I like that. 2 Peter chapter 2 and 1 says, but false prophets also arose among the people. In their greed, these teachers will exploit you with false words. Do you all need more? Let me give you all one more. And this one is a warning in the Bible. 1 John chapter 4, verse 1. Well, you didn't know as a church man. This scripture warns us, the people of God, and it warns every man, boy, and girl. And it says this, beloved, do not believe every spirit, but test the spirits to see whether they are from God, because there are for many false prophets have gone out into the world. I want you to do me a favor. Pull up the fruits of the Spirit for me. You see, because a lot of times, a lot of people have been held in bondage when it comes to church. We're held in a religious hold where it is that being in that religious hold, we believe that when we speak about somebody who brands themselves as a man of God, we believe that we're going against God and the church. In Galatians 5 and 22, you say, man, you know your scripture then. But the fruits of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, long-suffering, gentleness, goodness, faith, meekness, temperance. Against such there is no law ever. Come back to me. A lot of you are probably saying today, Dale, where you going with this? How long ago did I say that straight to the point is the church? From inception. I want to say this special scripture close to my heart. I'm trying to remember what's the scripture itself. It is the scripture about when the enemy rises up like a flood, the Spirit of the Lord will lift up a standard against him. Let me say that again. When the enemy rises up like a flood, you want to know the scripture? It's Isaiah 59. You don't know, that's church boys looking for me? Spirit of the Lord will lift up a standard against it. Come back to me. I want to tell, he's not a pastor in my book. Aaron changed Joseph. And I know Aaron is watching. Aaron, you are your own enemy that rises up like a flood. And today, the Spirit of the Lord will stand up against you. In my humblest opinion, and I would like Daniel Joseph, Daniel, you had to contact me in Oliver. Because for the past couple of days, and I was up last night, all after 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. And I'm asking God, why me out of everybody? I left my crew. What time I left my crew last night? About after 1. We made some long drives yesterday. And I said, God, why me? It only had 1 real TV, not 2. So let me fix that. They say, why me? And I started to do some digging and profiling, and I started to look at videos that Aaron Joseph posted on social media talking about his wife. And I say, God, I don't like to interfere with church business. I don't want to be the next. There was a guy named Craig Lewis that was exposing the church and certain things of the church. And he was exposing music. If you were in my era, you would have known about Craig G. Lewis. Churches used to put aside their Sunday morning service just to watch videos of this man and part series, because it teaches you a lot. Those days it was DMX and 50 Cent. But today, it's Aaron Chance. And everything that I'm saying here today. Daniel Joseph, you have to talk to me. I don't want this week to end and you haven't spoken to me. Because a lot of people have been telling me and they've been calling me and they've given me some information. And they've been asking me and they said, Daniel knows a lot. One person in particular drew me and he made some attention because they had screen recorded videos of Daniel on a live. Daniel was on a live telling people who was Aaron Joseph. And nobody took note. And they shared these videos with me. Oh, how I want to share them on this platform today, but we don't have time today. But I will do a 4 or 5 part series on this man. And me doing this is not in any way to bring a man to naught. Me doing this is because we have to protect one another from predators like Aaron. Another person that can help me with information, Mr. Javon Murray. You know Javon? You must know Javon, R1. Javon Murray. He used to be Team Chill Out and them kind of thing. Yeah, Javon Murray can help. I wouldn't involve him. I'll tell you why later. But Javon could help me. It's alleged that Javon is his business partner. But Javon not a part of the shippiness. But Javon knows. Allegedly. What I want to ask Pastor Aaron today, what about the place or the apartment that you was renting in Point Fortin that you stopped paying rent for? And the woman, the landlord, begging you, oh God, Aaron, take your thing and leave. What about that? Aaron, I told you, boy, when I start to go deep, I'll go deep. Osaki said, deep in the pumpkin vine. Aaron, I would like to find out from you, what happened to that nice Benz you was driving? You know, I could tell you all the nation right now what is Aaron's problem, you know. Aaron needs deliverance. But that is not an excuse for taking advantage of people. Aaron has problems, you know. And I told you all I will expose him today. And here's what I want you all to do. Every single person that has been affected by this man, I want you all to share the life. I want you all to share the life. And I saw the comment here where somebody said, Daniel has moved on. Oh, I totally agree. I'm not saying anything where that is concerned because I see a man on social media that has plastered himself, and I want you all to see between the lines, you know. He has plastered himself on social media as this righteous man, as the head of the royal family. But he's a nasty man. He's a fake. Hallelujah. He's an agent of greed. He's disgusting. And he's a bully. But he can't bully me. Aaron, tell us, the pastor, Aaron, there have been people looking for you, my bro. And where have you gone? But the Lord and the Lord and the Lord. And Aaron posted a check on social media. You know, I want to do what like I used to do long time, you know. You remember a long time, I used to say, I'm not going to bust the mark until my numbers reach a certain amount. I want the whole of Point Fortin, the whole of San Fernando, all the divine connectors. I want all the divine connectors to come on. I want every mother and every single mother that has cried tears because of Aaron Chance, change, Joseph. The old conniving, deceitful, dirty, womanized. Oh! I don't know if it's divine connectors or divine lost. Pastor Aaron Chance change. I don't know why I keep saying chance. Maybe God trying to tell me he probably need another chance. But after I'm finished with him though, he will repent and turn from his wicked ways. Exactly that, Nebuchadnezzar himself. I don't know, people calling me here, I don't know if it's live. Anybody that calls around this time, you're live on here. Call it good day. Hello, good day. Anybody that calls me, you're live on here, just letting you know. And the numbers to call is 7629182. So when you call, you'll be live on here. Simple. If you don't want to be live on here, you call me after I'm finished my show. I wanted to send you something, Darren. I don't come in for you. I want this up ASAP. Yeah. I am so disgusted and disappointed today, you know. How much did I pay highlights? I go pay for highlights today. Let them take a rest today. Good afternoon, Ms. Z. How are you, darling? I hope you get a good laugh at that one, eh? I hope you get a good laugh. And a beautiful program I saw day before yesterday with your daughter. She's very brilliant, very bright. So, let's deal with Pastor. I sent you that. We'll start there. Pastor decided he liked to pop thing on the media, you know. And I started to realize and I started to get fishy. And I'm a God man. And the Spirit of God gives me discernment and understanding. And I see far beyond. Pastor Aaron Joseph, this $2 million, $100,000 that you would have posted on the internet. I want them to watch me when I say this. In 2024. Ladies and gentlemen, hold on to let's see it. Do you know that check was a Guyanese check? Why you think he block off all the thing on the bottom and where the check is the issue of the check? Because it's a Guyanese, this is Scotiabank in Ghana. For those of you all who are closing your fridge door, that check that Pastor Aaron posted and is boasting about millions and millions of dollars was a Guyanese check. And you want to know what is the even worse part? That money wasn't even his money. He was just the middleman in the transaction that just had to pass this from here to here. He just hand over. He just passed it from here to here. And that was it. I told him, I said it, didn't I not say it on air? Oh, Pastor Aaron, what about that property? You remember that property for $30,000? The one in Point Fortin, my friend. You sell an old lady. Watch now. If I tell you something here today, or you promise to keep it a secret between you and I? This man preys on elderly people and people who don't know better for themselves. You want me to tell you how nasty he is? I ain't going to tell you how nasty he is. I have stories to tell you. You take the woman $30,000, and to this day, she's begging you to get back the $30,000. That's so much more, you know. And if I am, you have a picture of the pastor because we want people to know who we're talking about. Because today is not a day of defamation. Today is not a day of telling untruths. We're not telling any untruths. No. How you gonna know who's Aaron? Go on thing and find a picture of the man. We don't make them mistakes. That's not the man. All you need to do is type Aaron Joseph. He's famous. It's the royal family, man. You see it? Well, you want me to help you with that too? Do y'all want me to bust another mark? Today's Mark busting day, right now I can play the lotto. He was a Rastaman and now he's a head big. This is Pastor Aaron. Gave him a title now. Yeah, gave him a title. Remember, he's part of the royal family. And he's very aggressive, so he'll get bad if I didn't put a take. Right now, he's probably sitting down at home and wondering, where is this fella? Where is this fella getting all his information from? Spell the pastor with P-A-S-H-T-O-R. He's not a pastor, he's a pastor. That's Pastor Aaron Joseph. A con man, P-A-S-H-T-O-R. You put the heaven in the past now. Come back to me. The people already know who it is. We don't have to worry, don't stress out about that. I'm seeing people in the comments saying, God help him. All they know what God help him yet, you know. Do you know? I tell all you just pray on old people, right? I'm a boss mark for you. In that interview that I allowed to be played earlier on, the lady was asking, she asked him about who is his lawyer. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to give you all this. In fact, I'll hold that back. But I want Aaron to know, do me a favor. Pull up a browser and let's Google search Alzheimer's. Aaron gonna know where I'm coming from. Nobody else want to know. What is Alzheimer's? And for those of you all super spiritual people who come in and they want to say, why are you doing that? And if you call yourself a Christian, you shouldn't do that and hide behind Christianity. I want you to go to 1 Timothy 5:20, which says, those who are sinning rebuke in the presence of all, that the rest also may fear. For those of you all on the other side of the room and say, God said to love one another and to inject them with love, let me give you all this. Proverbs 27:5. You all know that scripture? It said, it is better, it is open rebuke than hidden love. Faithful are the wounds of a friend. But the enemy rises up like a flood. Let's check it. Alzheimer's. Quickly, because I want to deal with Jada Gomez. Right now, this flash drive slowing me down. Come and get the flash drive while you're at it, young boy. So it says here, Alzheimer's is a progressive brain disorder that slowly destroys memory, thinking skills, and the ability to carry out simple tasks. Memory loss, forgetting recent events, conversations, or newly learned information. Let's come back to me. That's all I wanted to say. Come back to me. That building that he's posting on social media and he tinging in Novit Road. Aaron, I just want to know, you're renting or you own it? Aaron, come out and tell us the truth about the woman who, the man testified on Facebook and told people that God and God and God and God. He came out and told people on social media that God provided a way and gave him this property. Can I burst a mark here today, ladies and gentlemen? Not even my crew know about this. I keep that away from them. Aaron told this lady, he gave her a promise. And you're accustomed doing that. No, it's named STTP. In a folder STTP, you'll see everything there. Aaron have a lot of problems. Aaron is a chronological liar. Aaron loves to sleep with people. Woman. Aaron loves to sell dreams. A man of God coming on the media, preaching, telling people about righteousness and committing adultery. And the Bible said something about what is in the dark will come to light, not so? But the light has come. And I'm going to do a 2-part series with Aaron. Because, I'm now beginning to understand, maybe that's why your wife gone. I don't know. We had to get Daniel in here, Those of y'all that have Daniel on social media, y'all need to tag her. You need to tag her, send screenshots, send a screen recording. We want Daniel on this. Because I'm trying to understand that a man who painted his wife and started to talk about divorce and divorce and divorce and divorce, and she didn't have nothing to say. But then I watched live videos of Daniel going through the encores because there's a person that screen recorded it and sent it to me when I started this with Aaron. And when I started to look into this, started to get into investigations. When I did the investigations, y'all wouldn't want to know some of the things that I found out, but I need to confirm this with Daniel. Joseph. Aaron Chance is not a nice man. I reviewed CCTV footage where I saw Aaron pull up into the yard of that lady. Aaron promised that woman the world. The only thing he didn't do was sleep with her. She signed a document that he gave her because he promised. What's the question? Yeah, he was on a live. He was promoting the divorce. He did a 5-part series. Go ahead. You put up a Guyanese check and thieving up people's head. Taking people money and they don't want to pay them back. You thought that when the Rileys came, it would have just been a Rileys issue and that's it. You know the man put up scripture with that, and said divorce is not of the Bible, and divorce and this and divorce is that. And But I ain't ready for that part of it yet. Come back to me. Aaron has more questions to answer me. And we will get the questions answered. Aaron, how many women in your church have you slept with? How many women have you promised a better life? More money, more wealth, and all these different things. How many of them have you promised? How many women are sitting watching this live who has been victims of this man? I want to share something with you because I want to show you all that I don't intend to come on a live platform and lie. I don't intend to come on a live platform and lie about anything that I'm speaking of here today. God as my witness. God as my witness. Did I share? I didn't share a screenshot with you. I'm sharing the screenshot with you now. I asked about the divine connectors. These divine connectors were not paid. Yesterday we played a video with a young lady crying about not being paid and Aaron telling them God will provide. Aaron's sick in the head, you know. Aaron is demon possessed, you know. Put up that screenshot that I sent to you. This was sent to me at what time? 4:14. And right after that, I want you to get this Jada thing ready for me. I'm ready for Jada. For the people with the cataract. What it says there. Good afternoon, Mr. Dale. I used to be one of Aaron Joseph's agents when he just started Divine Connections Agency. And he used us to promote his business, promising payments, and we never get a dime. Every week is a different story. Every Saturday we had to travel to San Fernando for meetings from our own pockets. I came from, and it had people as far as Toco and Guayari, single mothers like myself. It is so much to type here. I saw your live and decided to share my experience because a lot of poor people he used and fooled, and it's time he be stopped. Could I remain anonymous, please? Yes, you can. Come back to me. And I have many messages like that. Would you believe? Let's go to Jada. I'm leaving the floor for Aaron to respond because Aaron is a nastiness. Stacy, I'm not letting anybody be peaceful. Because I believe within my being, and I've never been wrong about my inside feeling, that Aaron has truly done a lot to this young woman. I sat and I listened to persons telling me giving me certain information, and the only thing I didn't do was cry. And what he did is he took front and went on social media and plastered his wife as a beast, a devil, a backslider, or this or that or the other. Everybody did their wrongs, you know. But the time has come and the time is now. Do you have the interview from the drive? Let's talk about the baby shower bandit. Oh, how I wish I had time today. let's go to the baby shower bandit. Let's see how much we could squeeze in there. I'll tell you all the pieces of the story as we go along. Let's go. All right, so guys, we're working very late tonight. Here with a scenario that I've said it to them, and I'll say it again. I thought this was really a skit. I thought it was some sort of social media clout, and then it was made to my attention that this is as real as it comes. I personally saw a story with a young man who said, you know, at his baby shower, he would have given an individual his phone to take content of the baby shower. And now we're here where he is phoneless. The individual is saying one thing and the evidence states something else. So I say good night, brother. Sorry to meet you under these circumstances. Now, your name is, I know plenty people know you on the social media for stupid videos, for funny thing, comedy and all that kind of stuff. But just introduce yourself. You are
Shakil Jackson.
Shakil or Shakil?
Shakil.
Shakil?
Yeah, Shakil Jackson.
Shakil Jackson. Yeah. You're related to Michael Jackson, my chance.
I can't dance with you.
They can sing?
A little bit.
We got to you, all right. So tell me exactly how you would have met Jada?
Social media.
So you all met, how long ago that was?
About a year and some months now.
A year and some months. So you all have you all ever like line before? And
Nah, the most she ever like came close to us was when my girlfriend got pregnant.
Mm-hmm.
And she came from north side and dropped some few items. So while when she found out that she was pregnant.
Sure.
Yeah. So that the first time she met my girlfriend.
Mm-hmm.
Now on the baby shower was the first time I met her. In person.
In person.
On a regular, all of us used to video chat.
Right.
Talk.
Right.
On a call. So there where I met her from.
So that social media link that happened how? Like through lives or something like that with TikTok?
It was like, my girlfriend was in life insurance in the sense of she's trying to get through with it, and
right.
I was trying to get persons, so I would give off WhatsApp.
Right. So
and so when I get good with them, I was like, well, my girlfriend starting this, if it will be possible to get 6 names and send them information. So that what happened, and me and Jada just end up getting good, and I introduced her to my girlfriend because
yeah.
And the friend could just get good. And
so tell me, from there you would have invited her to the baby shower, and what took place? So the day of the baby shower, she came. Tell me how the whole day plan out in terms of when you reach the baby shower.
Okay, because
I had a time before.
Well, when we reached the baby shower, she greeted us with her boyfriend, and we went upstairs. So I asked her to take a picture of me and my girlfriend. She took it. I say, well, since you have the phone, you could record the whole event and take pictures, and to your liking. 5 minutes after, well, as a person, when I unlocking my phone, I just go to the camera and press the camera. Right. So I just forget about the swiping across for the camera. So I was like, this is the password. If you need to unlock it, so is the password, and I give that.
So you would have given her the password. What time did the baby shower start?
It started at 3, but me and my girlfriend reached 5. So
I mean, it's the superstars. So you came out, must say fashionably.
Yeah.
Now the thing about it is, so at 5 o'clock then, so what time you would say basically she would have gotten the phone?
Around, let me say, 5:30.
But she was there waiting on you all?
No, when I believe she came because when we reached, she was outside with her boyfriend, and they was waiting on us, so we just walked in.
So the boyfriend was a part of the baby shower too?
Yeah, he got invited because she bring him.
Right, so that was her plus one?
Yeah, you can say that. Yeah,
right.
So
you gave her the phone, give her the password, say, well, hey, if you need anything or whatever the case may be, this is the password. And she started to function. I saw there was videos I've seen her, going down.
Right. So she been, she was recording.
Right.
Throughout the whole event, what's called this musical chairs? The musical chairs.
Yeah.
When I was shaking out the little balls from
right.
You know, she was recording. So now when the time for like pictures, so take pictures of everything, father. So she came and showed me the phone and say, well, oh, I like this one with your father. And then went back to recording.
Right.
Now,
what time that was also?
To be honest, I carried the also that probably was like around 7:30. Around
right. So about an hour, 2 hours in.
Yeah,
right. Okay. So then she showed you the picture. She went back to taking pictures, and then that timing was when you were actually taking pictures with family members and that kind of stuff. Right. So she took pictures all of that.
All of that, and then went back to record.
Right.
Set up all our little games and stuff.
Baby shower steamy, right?
Yeah, it was good. It was good. Until you.
Well, until you find out that this what kind of phone it was?
iPhone 17. Yeah.
So, when would you have noticed now that your phone made good its escape?
Around 20 minutes past 8 to 8:30. Because they were, and now not too long finished, open the gifts with everybody present. You know, because we had to be in front and everybody.
Yeah, sit down.
Now, when I do think about it, she wasn't there.
She wasn't there for that part.
No, she wasn't there to give me the gifts. Right, so.
But she buy a gift for you?
Apparently, I believe so. Because I wouldn't know which one she.
Yeah, because people listen they don't put
some
names and some people don't put name and thing, right? So most likely she probably buy a gift, right? Yeah.
Yeah. So when I do look, I say, but where Jada gone? Watching and seeing somebody said that my girlfriend cousin said that she saw her downstairs. So I ran down. My girlfriend told me to go and see if she by the road. Ran downstairs. Jada was never inside.
So how you felt when it is you realized?
I was panicking because it's like this girl on my phone, like, so I tried to call her, no answer. I tried to call my phone, it ring hanging up. So my sisters and everybody started getting involved and calling. Same thing, it wasn't no show.
And now have you tried to call your phone since?
No.
But it going straight to voicemail?
Yeah, because when I do the Find My, nothing. So it make no sense. I don't know it's still off. You know?
So when after now you went looking for couldn't find her, realize you went outside, your friend say, well, she must be out in the road, you're going out to check, you realize she's not there, calling your phone hanging up. What happened after that?
Well, went home, the venue.
You was functioning still?
No, not really, because when he host the event was praying, I was cold sweating. Like in my study, in my phone, I was like, okay, I'll take any prayer, but I can't really take any prayer because my head just hot with my phone. And I saw my eye been open.
Right.
Which home after, we tried to call again, wasn't getting through. Around, let me say 11, she picked up. I said, Jada, you have my phone? She said, no. I said, but Jada, you didn't. Yeah, I don't have my phone. You didn't give me back my phone. She said, she gave me. I said, no, Jada, you didn't give me my phone. She said, I said, but I've been trying to call you.
We're gonna pay those bills. And for those, keep it locked right here. We're gonna pay those bills and we'll be right back.
Straight to the point, we not beat round the bush. Straight to the point, yeah, we cut through the bush. From music drama, truth in every voice. If you want real talk, this is your choice. Straight to the point, we not beat round the bush. Straight to the point, yeah, we cut through the bush.